What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boost Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope you guys are having a great Taco Tuesday, and hope all your taco dreams come true. I am knee deep as always, dealing with some shit here at the Red Brick House, and getting her done, so to speak. Definitely getting her done. I've got, I've got what I think is kind of funny. I think it's kind of funny about our Dallas Cowboys. Okay. It's kind of funny how everything goes with them. Okay. Mike McCarthy. So here's the funny thing to me on Mike McCarthy. They're sitting there talking about Mike McCarthy on the hot seat, that he's calling plays. I heard Dan Orlowski this morning talking about this. He said, the reason why Mike McCarthy's calling plays is usually because they're putting more pressure on you to try and get rid of you. And after Kellen Moore doing the outstanding job that he's been doing, that he should still be here in Dallas. I find that kind of interesting, to say the least. And the reason I find it interesting, to say the least, is that's the least thing I can say about it. Because I almost find that comical. And the reason being is because that shit's funny. Seriously. Because here's the thing. I'm sorry. I got distracted there for a second. Here's the thing that's funny to me about the whole situation about Mike McCarthy being on the hot seat. Think about this for a second, okay? How many coaches in the NFC right now have won a Super Bowl? In the NFC, coaches. Mike McCarthy, Sean McVay. I know the Vikings coach hasn't. I know the Green Bay coach hasn't. I know the Bears coach hasn't. The Packers coach hasn't. The Giants, the Eagles, Washington. Seattle has, of course, with Pete Carroll. The Cardinals coach hasn't. Carolina's hasn't. New Orleans hasn't. Atlanta's hasn't. Who am I missing? Tampa Bay's coach hasn't. So we've got three coaches in all of the NFC that actually have won a Super Bowl, right? Here's the thing that's kind of interesting, too, because Mike McCarthy is one of 5 coaches in the history of the NFL to take a team to the playoffs 8 straight years. That's true. Tom Landry, Bill Belichick, Chuck Noll, and trying to think of who the 5th one is. There's one other coach. So you're already in rare air. And let's think about the Dallas Cowboys. Since Jimmy Johnson, I guess you could say Wade Phillips had a 13-3 and I think a 12-4 season, but he didn't make back-to-back playoffs. So now we're talking about, I think, the only coach on the Cowboys since Jimmy Johnson that's made back-to-back playoffs. Oh, no. We had one in the 90s. But I'm sitting here in my mind because we had his only bad season was his first one. His first season was COVID year. He lost his quarterback and had Andy frickin' Dalton starting. So I'm not sure that you look at that and say, oh, Mike McCarthy, you're a bum. I just don't see how that equates. You've had as much playoff success with him than you've had with anybody. So if that is the case, that you've now had 2 back-to-back 12-win seasons, back-to-back 12-win seasons, why is he still considered to be on the hot seat? You know, I'm old enough to remember when people said, let's get Urban Meyer. You remember that? Man, we need Urban Meyer as a head coach, man. Urban Meyer, right? I'm old enough to remember us saying, Cliff Kingsbury. Oh my God. If we just got Cliff Kingsbury as a coach, right? You remember that? I'm old enough to remember some of these other stiffs. What's the Carolina coach? Matt Rule. So my question is, and this goes back to the same kind of shit we deal with Dak Prescott too. If you're going to get rid of that guy, who are you getting that you're going to have a guarantee? Because you could say Sean Payton, but Sean Payton, it's been longer for Sean Payton since he won a Super Bowl. And Sean Payton, the last years in New Orleans where he had a Hall of Fame quarterback who's thrown, I believe, more yards than anybody in the history of football. I could be wrong. I don't know if Tom Brady caught back up or not. A great defense led by Demario Davis. Elite weapons, guys like Alvin Kamara back in their prime. And, great receivers like Michael Thompson and all that stuff. And number 1 seed or, 12 and 13 win seasons. And they didn't go back to the Super Bowl. So who is it that you guys look at and say, fire him for who? Sometimes this just gets to be ridiculous because some of y'all are like spoiled ass kids that always want something new. Oh, I need something different. Man, stop that shit. Stop it. Stop. Mike McCarthy dealing with the Joneses, dealing with Jerry and Stephen Jones, dealing with the multitude of injuries he's had to his quarterback, dealing with the Joneses getting rid of his playmakers, dealing with the constant scrutiny that he gets. Y'all need to chill the hell out on Mike McCarthy. We're actually fortunate to have that dude. Of course, what do I know? I'm a dude under a house here trying to do some plumbing work. And, yeah. All right, good people. Hope y'all are having a good day. If I can get this shit hooked up, then it will be a good day. But I got to go all the way over there up under the house. And I got to go up underneath that spot. And I've never been underneath that spot. If that don't look like a haunted house, look at that shit. Right there. I got to go underneath there. Yeah.